where we left off last time. You guys had a conversation with some giants and met the cloud giant that owns this Skyreach castle, and he was less than impressed with you and kind of said, go and do what you want to do as a cultist. And in giant, he was insulting dragons and that kind of stuff. You guys went back to find Rezmir's body to see if you guys there's anything to loot. His body was gone, along with one of the drakes. You guys realized that we can go into Rezmir's room and see about stealing some stuff if he had anything in there. Found a chest. The chest was unfortunately empty. At which point you guys went shit. And then Rathmir and Joss, the two red wizards, came out to take the other dead Drake body, and you guys had a conversation with them where they pretty much said, hey, you're beneath us, we don't really care, but at the same time, we're going to totally rat you out as soon as we get to where we're getting to. Realizing you guys needed to find a way off this rock, you proceeded to explore a little bit more and headed down the stairs to the lower section, the tunnels under Skyreach. And while there, you found a dragon, a white dragon that seemed to have been napping at the time, and a treasure hoard, which is where you guys left off. You found various points, egress points where you can get off. However, it is a several thousand-foot fall, something that most of you would not survive, which is, most likely not going to survive. So that's the point where you said, okay, we need a plan. And that's where we left off last time. So you guys have had a moment to discuss. And you are sitting in a cave in a hallway. It's cold and windy. What do you guys want to do?
Well, if we're going to discuss it, we need to go back up. Lead giant.
It's not like dragons.
Yes. Viston would have told you guys, been able to tell you guys last time, and this is something you guys have learned, that the dragons and giants do not get along. They are mortal enemies and have been for all of time. So it's a little strange that this giant is allowing, one, a dragon to remain in his castle, and two, that he's kind of flying the cultists from place to place. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
You may not realize that the actual full
Balloon dragon.
below.
Yeah, because
I'm sure
fully. Not to mention, from what we've explored so far, it doesn't look like there's any way for a dragon of that size to somehow get in here. Which is interesting.
Maybe at one point.
Maybe.
Both of you make an intelligence check. So Lothartha and Viston.
Straight intelligence check?
Straight intelligence.
5.
Alright, so Viston, you're not sure. You're just like, I don't know how the dragon got in here. It's very weird. Lothartha, as you're talking to Viston about this, you kind of look around, and you, from your quick glances at the dragon, like the dragon's wings are out, but you know that dragons, their bodies are much thinner than their wingspan. It's probably a good bet that this dragon, if he tucked his wings, he could probably walk down any of these tunnels. He wouldn't be able to move a whole lot, like navigate, but he could certainly walk back and forth.
So wait, he can fit through these tunnels?
If he tucks his wings, yes.
I was trying for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my character doesn't. Do we want to go as a group, or do we want to split up for that?
Oh,
Well, I mean, we could just go straight up the stairs that we currently lead down here and go straight up to the top area. The where the giant is.
do that.
Sure.
Okay. You guys make your way to the stairs, the spiral staircase. It does go all the way up to the upper courtyard, which I will say you guys go up. Courtyard, no problems whatsoever. This map is so big.
Oh my god, I'm flying.
You're all flying, so you're there.
Oh, right.
Yes. So you guys come out of the stairs there into the upper courtyard. There are a few ogres around, but there's nowhere near as many as there were before. But they appear to be throwing their javelins at practice dummies and just seemingly training themselves. But otherwise, they pay you no mind. The courtyard is completely open and empty. You guys are free to wander. You know that the Blockus, the guy's name, the giant, is in the north east section tower. You know where that is. Easily go over there if you want.
Yeah, over there.
Yes.
As a group, woohoo! You all end up at the door. Magic.
Remember, here's one.
We'll assume your characters know his name because we're all murdering it, and that's totally fine.
Well, I remember them before, like, overdrive.
Yes, or giant. He's a giant.
Yeah.
He's a giant. The ogres are the ones that are like
I
his.
just want to say black if they're.
This isn't Baldur's Gate, unfortunately.
I know.
I know the audacity of that.
Maybe we should let Lafarta and I do the talking to this guy.
I mean, whoever you guys want to have talk to him is fine. It's you guys just need to make that decision.
Sure.
Yeah, my persuasion is 7, and I think yours is, or +7, yours is as well, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Letharthy.
Out of curiosity, as a DM thing, does that actually help?
A persuasion check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of us, like, say if I am saying I'm helping him, or vice versa.
Yes. So you.
Plus persuasion help.
So it wouldn't help on the plus. So the way it would work is you have two methods of doing it. Either you each can roll a persuasion check if I ask you to roll, or you can say I'm going to help the other person, and that person rolls with advantage.
I think or do you want me?
Knowing my luck, I think it's better, and okay. But we should probably not, just so we don't barge in and make him angry.
So, out of curiosity, when we went last time, did they have like a special knock that they did, or was it just they just brought us in?
So they brought you in, but you'd know that when the door opens and somebody steps in, there's a chime that fills the entire tower. It's kind of like an entry chime when you walk into a building. Like, hey, there's somebody here.
I'm gonna go open the door.
It's not locked.
And enter in, hail blackest.
You don't have to say that. You can if you want. You open up the door and you find yourself in a room. There's a rug in the center, same rug you saw before. And there are 4 ogres with these fancy plumed helmets. They kind of tilt to the side. They don't quite fit it perfectly. But all 4 of them kind of turn and look at you. And they grunt.
Do the whole
Okay, so they speak to you in giant. And they go, You here see boss? Who you? He's asking who you are.
We are a group here to see one.
They kind of look at each other and they go, "We save him.
Dad.
We are his guard." They kind of just shrug and say, "Dragon, no problem." Blackus, or I'm gonna say Blackus too. Blackus, we'll say B. He says they say that he's not worried, that he only through his guidance does he let the dragon be there. They're not worried about it.
Oh, so what you're describing?
They do. One of the giants, one of the ogres goes, "You silly cultists, not know your own people."
I thought I hated and stupid.
They look at you and they kind of go, "Yes." Well, they go, just like you. Follow dragons. Stupid.
We do not follow.
One of them goes, "You wear dragon gear." But you just want to try and convince them to let you pass, essentially?
Yes. I want
Okay.
to convince them basically just to get to...
Roll a persuasion here for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw in the Discord, but there is, if you guys get stuck, like I'm going to do a role play through it, but if you're like, I'm just not doing the role play, I don't feel like it, I just want to roll, just let me know. I'll have you roll.
Okay.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, I was just like not with
It's okay. It's like a strength check. I'm not going to make you lift something physically yourself. It's just, I want to bust down the door. Okay, roll a strength. I want to convince them to do this. Okay, roll a check. Same concept.
Okay, because with the band.
If Vistan's helping you, I don't know if he is or not.
Sure, I'll help her.
Good.
Okay. Well, that's a 20 without the... Oh, no, 20 with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take a couple minutes to kind of talk to them, and like you explain to them that you don't really follow the dragons, that they don't really believe you because you're wearing cultist equipment and gear trying to blend in. And you say, "Oh, it's a disguise." And they kind of understand that. So one of the ogres finally goes, "You wait here," and he goes up and then comes back a couple minutes later. And he goes, "Blokus will meet with you now." He brings you upstairs and you meet the big giant guy again. He's sitting in front of his chair. And there's the two smaller ogres that, I mean, this guy's, again, like 25 feet tall. So he's got two smaller ogres that are kind of sitting, like, so he's sitting on the ground, but his mace is sitting off to the side within arm's reach of him. But they're like braiding parts of his hair. And he looks to you, the four of you, and he says, you're not cultists? Why? He's speaking in giant, by the way, so if you speak giant, you understand him. And he says, when you came here before, you didn't deny that you weren't. True.
In disguise.
He goes, well, why are you in disguise?
Be able to kill Rezmir.
And I see, and that's what the alarm was for. So you completed your task. Are you asking to leave now?
No, I'm asking for your help to kill the dragon at the cultist.
And he goes, I can take care of the dragon. I'm not worried about him. He's like, dragons are stupid. They're dim-witted. And the dragon has a name. Let me find the name for it. Glazale. Glazhel.
Glazhel is talking mad shit.
Well, he says Glazale is as dumb as they come. And he says Glazale knows better than to talk trash about me.
Can I persuade him?
Yeah. So what do you want to persuade him to do? Do you want to persuade him
Kill the dragon.
to... So let me ask this question. Are you trying to persuade him to go and kill the dragon? Or persuading him to let you go kill the dragon?
No.
He's not gonna help. He doesn't care in that sense. So rolling wouldn't be mattered for that.
Could I ask the Archer to let him know that we were tasked with also stopping the cult in any way possible, achieving their goals?
Yeah, I mean, you can chime up at any time. Any of you guys can chime up. Yeah, so if you guys convey that to him, he mentions that I don't want to have you guys roll for this. So you guys, we'll say this conversation goes on for a few minutes, but he mentions that the only reason he's even let the dragons and the cultists be on his island and he does this is because he thinks it'll piss off his brethren. And he's trying to encourage the other giants to fight against the dragons when they rise up. And he's like, maybe this will encourage my brethren to do something about it. So that's why he's doing it. He doesn't care one way or another about the cultists. If you guys want to convince him to let you guys run around and deal with the cultists without having an alarm rung or you guys getting into combat with his forces, you can certainly roll to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
So go ahead and roll. Okay.
Roll with that advantage.
21. Okay, so you guys talk for maybe about 10 minutes for this whole conversation. And finally, towards the end of it, he's like, look, I'm not going to stop you from attacking the cultists if you just want to get rid of them and clear out the infestation. He's like, I'm happy to have that be done. He says, I will tell my forces and my ogres here not to bother you. He says, that's not a problem. I can do that. He does say that if you guys kind of like, okay, we'll deal with the cultists, it's fine as long as the ogres and everything else doesn't bother us. He says, easy enough, I can do that. And he kind of motions to one of the ogres with the plumed helmets that's still standing there, and the ogre nods and runs down the stairs. And you hear the door open for you hear the chime. So you're assuming he's going off to tell everyone else to leave you guys alone. So with that, he tells you, and he kind of gives you, we'll just do this. Reveal all. He will tell you kind of a little bit about where everything is. So he tells you that not only with the dragon, there's the dragon, but there is a bunch of kobolds that are holed up on the upper section with them as well. There are, of course, the kobolds you saw in the kitchen and the cultists. The cultists also brought 2 wyverns with them, which are in like the holding pen on the lower courtyard, and they use those to travel off and on the island when they need to. But the wyverns don't respond to people that are not trained to ride them. And then, of course, you have the 2 wizards that are there and the cultists, the group of them that are in the barracks. Beyond that, he says that at night there is a vampire and her spawn that have taken up residence here and have been here for years. They just kind of patrol and kind of are part of the cult, but they wander around. They kind of keep things in check at night. He says if you guys can get rid of her too, he will be ecstatic, but he doesn't expect you to. Otherwise, he says, wherever you guys want to go about killing the cultists and getting rid of them, by all means, go for it. My forces will not stop you.
Mm-hmm.
Return also for killing this. Do you have any suggestions? It does have.
He doesn't care.
Everyone would.
He doesn't care about the gold. Like it doesn't mean anything to him. I mean, giants do. It's wealth, and there's magic items there, but it doesn't. There's no value in it for him personally. Like he's just like, man, whatever. I don't care. Like if I wanted to go get something valuable, I wouldn't steal trinkets like piles of gold. I'm in a flying castle.
So, what happens when you show your
What What do you mean by no one's there?
Obviously, they're going to.
Supposed to have. Which is. Yeah. But what's going to happen when the cultists are dead when we show up?
He's not. He'll just not go there. He says as soon as you leave, he's going to lock himself in the control tower, and he's going to head to his brethren. He's going to head further north. He at this point, you've convinced him he's not going to where the cultists want him to go.
Thank you so much for an audience with Lord Dorcas.
He welcomes you. He will kind of look you guys up and down, see your little ragtag. He says, if you need a place to rest, there is a room. Two rooms you can choose. You can either choose the room that's directly north of the tower where he is, or directly north of where the two giants are. There's an open room there. You guys can go into either one. Although he says if you're going to use the room on the lower floor, on the lower courtyard, probably a good idea to deal with Wrath and Joss, or the wizards first, and then maybe the cultists as well, because they will try and ambush you and break down the door.
Before we leave,
he hasn't yet. So it's in a different tower that he has to go to. Yes.
Kind of. How long is the original?
About 4 days.
Oh.
And how many days have we been on this castle?
About a day.
Okay.
It's not going to matter, because as soon as you guys leave, he's going to literally go to the tower and change the direction.
Yeah.
And he says that's not his problem.
That means we're going to have to deal with them quickly.
Right along Rose.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, well, you know.
I think once we do the rest, take out the kobolds on this floor, and depending on what time it is, if it's night, work on the vampires.
Yeah.
And just kind of work our way down floor by floor.
Figure out at least the whole area.
We should be.
Yeah.
They look very grouped up.
They are very grouped up.
Yeah. This is gonna be like the pollywogs all over again.
Pollywogs.
Yeah, the pollywogs all over again.
I mean, who would have thunk?
Oh, let's kill everybody.
Okay, so you guys depart. Move this down over there too. You guys depart, and he leaves a couple minutes, like a minute after you do, and you see him go up to a different tower, and you are like paying attention after like you're standing outside the room with the kobolds, and you look up and you can see that the sun is shifting slightly. So the castle is floating in a slightly different direction. You're definitely heading more northward than you were before. All right. So if you're gonna just, what's your plan? You're just gonna open the door and fireball them all?
Yes.
Okay. Let's
So, out of curiosity, that griffin with a cobalt, was that indicated as part of those?
No.
Was it indicated as part of the cult, or?
So the griffin, you guys didn't ask about the griffin, so you aren't sure.
I kind of forgot about it.
The griffin is more like a taskmaster for the kobolds in the kitchen. Like the kobolds would start to act out, and the griffin would like cry at them, and they jump back. It left you guys alone too when you guys went in there and got food.
Yeah, but we've been talking.
Exactly.
How hard are they to kill?
Kobolds or a griffin? No idea.
Are easy. Perfect.
No idea. You've never tried.
Might be able to do like a check on like griffins at all.
Yeah. Well, when we get down to their part, you guys can do all your checks and all that stuff.
Let's kill some.
So that's a 20-foot sphere, 20-foot radius sphere.
Yay.
So
it's nuking time.
Just roll your damage, Scar. They're kobolds. They have 5 hit points. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Even if they rolled the save, they die.
Did you get any looks from the
I mean, no. The giants, like the ogres, just kind of ignore you. Like, you see the one with the plumed helmet. He kind of runs around. It comes out of the door to the north where the other ogres are, and then kind of talks to the other ones. And he goes down the stairs, but he seems to be going from place to place, just letting them know to leave you guys alone.
Yeah.
And you guys walk up to that and open the door, cast a spell, and the ogres just kind of look at you for a second, then go back to training. They don't stop you or anything like that. Exactly.
Was there anything left? Anything?
Probably not. Let me take a look. There's no legendary magical items. I'm sorry.
I will say before we go any further, when it comes to the barracks, a certain enemy I'd like to take, certain cultists I'd like to take personally, if you guys wouldn't mind. We will.
I mean, we plan to kill them all, so
we're going to kill everyone.
Oh yeah.
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 But I would just like to take care of something.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Let's just say his head is probably not attached to his body.
All right. Well,
So
you killed all the kobolds. What next?
Probably should go rest like we planned.
Yeah.
It'd be nice because then I would get back all my way on hands.
Okay. You guys
Alright, long rest.
go to the room. And you long rest. When you guys complete your rest, it is nighttime now.
Yay, we can kill some vampires.
So it is dark and it is nighttime. These ogres are no longer here. They're in this room.
How can they attack the
How come the vampire doesn't attack the ogres? You have no idea if it does or not. I have no idea. The way it works.
Alright. Do we do a long rest?
You did. You can.
Yeah.
You can mark off a long rest.
I'm at max health again. I've got all my 35 points of lay on hand.
There's just a group of vampires.
So you know there's at least one vampire,
Uh-huh.
and they have at least 2 spawn.
Come on, we best find those vampires.
Probably.
Yeah.
Alright, well, where are you guys headed? You guys heading back to the stairs?
I do think though we should kind of quickly take like a quick survey around this courtyard just to be safe.
Okay, make a perception check.
Perception check?
Yes. So I'll put you guys in kind of here, but you guys can move yourselves where you want in going towards the stairs.
I made a 10.
Can I do perception check?
You may, yeah.
passive perception was higher than that.
I got the chunky dragon.
Nice.
Nice.
I like the chunky dragon. But
So
it's
you,
25, but either way.
so you see two figures, their heads just barely sticking out. They don't match the wall. To these two figures right here. They seem to be kind of looking in your direction, but that's it. They haven't made a move or anything like that. You don't see anything else nearby.
Cool. I'm gonna be like, hey, there's at least a couple of heavies up.
All right, then everyone go ahead and roll initiative. We'll jump into combat.
That's still.
And that's with advantage from tall tech, right?
Okay, I'll stick with the 20.
Oh my goodness. I rolled a advantage. Youch.
Anyways. All right, so top of the order, you point out that there is the two vampires up there. You're like, look, they're up there. And it's not your turn to start, but I'm gonna put you guys in squares, make it easy.
He's 10. What's what?
These are 5. There is Scar, a vampire that comes out of the mists right below you, or right above you, right next to you. Kind of comes down, floats down, and lands next to you. And he tries to, or she, I should say it's a she, tries to attack and grapple you. Got a 17 to hit. All right. You take 9 bludgeoning damage, and then 8 necrotic damage, and you are grappled.
How am I? What are you talking about? I said 21, so it would miss.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said, I didn't hear you say you had shield.
I said shield.
Sorry. Okay, so 21 would miss then. But he does have another attack. 28 this time. Got a 19 plus his bonuses. So he'll definitely grab you there. You still take, I'll roll the damage again. Just make it easy. Make it fair. They went down. So 6 bludgeoning. Went down by a lot. 6 bludgeoning and 5 necrotic. Well, bare minimums. But you are grappled. And let's see. He's gonna use his bonus action to try and charm Taltek. Alright, Taltek, make a charisma saving throw.
Your saving throw, what happened?
Lenny, high. You didn't need to get that high. You resist, and that's the vampire's turn. Alright, Taltek. You're up. Scar is grappled at the moment. Do a purple one for grapple. But otherwise, that's it.
Move the vampire.
No, you can't like break a grapple in that sense. No. Sure. Yeah, no, you can attack.
I'm the doctor and
Yeah. Ooh, roll a d20.
Oh, brother. Oh, no.
Oof.
Oh.
Okay. Well, roll a d4. So a 1 to 2 is you, Taltech. A 3 to 4 is Scar.
But I'm just barely out of range.
Ouch! You hit Scar. So roll your damage, but that's it. You're out of attacks.
Yep. Oh, no.
Is it 10 or 22?
It 22. All right. Lathartha, you're up. You see Taltech turn, step towards the vampire, swing, and just the vampire just shifts slightly, and Taltech tries to pull back his sword and guts. Scar just cleaves right into him, and you see this blood spurt out. What do you want to do?
You're not dead, are you?
Oh, no, he's not dead.
I just want to make sure.
Just very hurt. Very, very hurt.
If I did run around.
Yeah, I guess you did.
Do I notice any other things? You noticed, mentioned the mist. Is there anything else that I noticed being creeping up, being all creeper?
Nope.
Well, I'm going to. I'm going to do wither and
Okay.
4.
Is
Oh, Constitution saving throw.
okay.
Is what they need.
First one got a 20, not natural. And the second one got a 20, his 23 with a natural 20. I'm rolling really high. Do they take half damage or no damage? Assume it's half.
Damage.
Half. Okay. And it's necrotic, correct?
Yeah.
They shrug it off like it doesn't seem to phase them at all. They took 1 point of damage. Anything else?
This fight's not going to go well for them when they get to me.
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, you get that one and kill me. So...
Please don't kill Scar. Please don't kill Scar.
Please. Really? You think I'm going to go for the vampire?
All right, Lethar. Unless you want to move or do anything else, it'll be their turn.
No.
Okay. They will dash. Probably actually like here. Ooh. 60. There. Okay, so that's their dash. They dashed to get to closer. Scar, it's your turn. If you want to break the grapple, it's an action. It would be either an athletics or an acrobatics check. It's your choice. Okay, you are still grappled. Just so you know, you don't have to break a grapple to avoid, like, to do damage. You still can attack the person, or cast spells, or do anything like that.
Alright, well, I'm gonna bonus action Arcane Vigor.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Viston, moment of truth. It's your turn.
What? So if I did like a magic item effect, like my Taylor's Reach, is that considered an action?
What are you looking to do?
I'm looking to move, then use Taylor's to heal Scar.
I mean, it's an action. It's you're using your lay on hands, so that you don't have to move. That was the whole point.
Sure,
so you can just
I don't have to move.
Yeah. So you just do your lay on hands. Once per day is what it says. You can do that up to the range, 30 feet. So Scar is within 30 feet of you. You could literally just hold up your hand on the symbol and use your lay on hands. which your lay on hands is a bonus action. It's not an action.
Okay, I will do that if you are 5 hit. Healer's Reap. So, add 5 health to your health pool back, Scholar.
Excellent.
Oh, no, that.
So it was for something else he did, Caden. So
This
not for.
fire team thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna attack Vampire Spawn B
Okay. Make your attack.
with my Wave of Vengeance. Oh no!
Okay.
What is this roll?
Roll a d20 again. Oh my god. Okay. Well, you have a 50-50 chance of either hitting Lathartha or the Vampire Spawn. You can hit yourself, the Vampire Spawn A, or Lathartha. So roll a d6. A 1 to 2 is Lathartha, 3 to 4 is the Spawn, and 5 to 6 is you.
2.
You hit Lathartha. Oh my gosh, roll your damage.
Oh no.
I think you guys are off to kill each other. Alright, Lathartha, you take 8 points of damage, Lathartha, and that ends Viston's turn.
Not yet. I also
Nope.
technically have to add my.
Oh. What are you adding?
You know, from the armor, the extra 1d8 of Radiant.
If you don't do that,
Let me see. Hold on, let me see.
Why are you saying anything?
I already mentioned
No, it says it just deals it, so yeah, it deals another 1d8, so roll it. So 13 damage total is what it says. So 5 radiant, 8 slashing. Okay, well that brings it to the vampire's turn, who just kind of looks at you all and just starts laughing at the situation.
Going well.
So what was the other damage that you do besides 8 on guard?
That was 5 radiant.
5 Radiant, yeah.
Okay.
Could I have done shield just to block majority of it?
So unfortunately, no. It's just it catches you off guard, is what it is. It's the whole point.
Okay, so 8, and then what was the other?
5 radiant.
5.
Alright.
So.
Soltek and I are just out here trying to kill the spellcasters in our crew.
Yeah. So she is going to. The vampire is going to punch. At Taltek. For 1. Does have disadvantage. Still got a 22 to hit Taltek. Okay. So if it hits, you're gonna take. Let's make this easy. I'm just gonna go 8 bludgeoning and 7 necrotic, so 15 total. And then it's gonna bite Scar. All right, Scar, you take 13 necrotic damage. And your maximum hit point decreases by 13. And that's all she's gonna. I'm sorry, what was that?
what was the number it hit with?
So she's grappling you and she just bites you. So if you're being grappled, she just bites. There's no save for it. Yeah.
Don't miss.
Don't miss. Well, that ends her turn.
I did.
You did, but you didn't.
Missed. Bigly.
All right, Taltek, you're up.
Going at the vampire. Out of this.
You're gonna put start in
22 to
Oh,
hit.
never mind.
22 will hit. Don't you re-roll ones?
I just rolled into
Oh, okay. Okay.
Rolls 1s and 2s.
Got it. Okay. 18 damage. She takes it right into the side. Still keeps going though. Anything else for you, Telltale?
14 to hit.
14 does not hit in this case. Well, at the end of your turn, she's going to use one of her legendary actions and she's going to punch you. Try to punch you at least.
This is going swimmingly. Not.
She got a 16. Okay. I mean, she has disadvantage. She's holding on to Scar, so she has disadvantage with it.
At least I didn't hit her this time.
That's true. All right. Lethartha, you're up. There's a vampire spawn that ran up to you. Of course, Viston tried to hit a spawn, and it hit you instead. What would you like to do?
I would like to.
Okay. We'll give you Black Shield of Screams.
That's considered action.
What does the spell say? I'm assuming it's just an action.
Oh yeah, 1 action.
Okay.
Duration 5 rounds.
Cool. All right. So you have Shield of Screams that you are concentrating on, I believe.
Doesn't say.
Even better than you're not concentrating on it. It's just there. Gotta love it. Okay. Anything else?
I don't think it.
Nope. But you can do a bonus action. You have all of these potions and items and things in your inventory, guys, that take bonus actions. Remember, drinking a potion is a bonus action. If you need to. Otherwise, if you have nothing you're gonna do, it's there. It's the next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. The vampire spawn A heals. You watch its the little bit of necrotic damage it took disappears, and it's going to attack you, Lethartha, because it has no idea what this thing is. Claws. 18 on the first hit.
And then you said 8.
18. I think Shield of Screams gives you +2, +3? +3, it says. You have a 19, so neither attack hits.
And,
So
that
only,
gives me 2d8 damage. And next is
that's if they hit you. Unfortunately, they missed both times. So they took no damage, you took no damage. That's it. All right, Viston. The other vampire looks at you, laughs, shifts a little bit, and is going to attack you.
Do we know it?
Gonna try. First one was a 12, which I'm assuming misses.
No.
Second one is a 16.
Miss.
Okay. Swings, misses both times. All right, that should bring it to Scar. You're up.
Firebolt.
Okay. Didn't do the wrong one. It's all good. There's no rush.
Okay, it does get.
Mm-hmm. And what's that at now? Yeah, I mean, you could center a 20-foot radius fireball on everyone. You're an evocation wizard, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, totally. You can just boom and everyone makes their saves.
Yeah. Dex.
Okay, what's the dex?
Dex 15.
15. Okay.
so we do
30 max damage.
Okay. So the vampire holding you makes her save. She got a 20, not natural. The other two 13, and a 19. So a 13 fails, correct? Okay.
15 fails.
15.
But, I mean, yeah, that's me.
Okay, so the 13 takes 30 points. Oof. 30 points of damage, and 15 for everyone else. Okay. The explosion goes off. The vampire's hair is burned away partially. The two spawns, you watch as they also have burned partially. Vaston, Lathartha, and Taltek, you watch as the fireball just kind of shifts around you, and you feel warm for a brief moment, but take no damage. Okay. Drink away. And then Vaston, it's your turn. I'm going to take that fireball and I'm just move it out of the way. We can save it for later.
I'm going to try attacking the vampire beast.
Okay. Go for it.
Ooh, 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
12 plus. Ooh, 20 damage.
Okay. Double check one thing. Okay. That's it. Anything else?
I will attack vampire again.
Okay.
14 to hit.
14 does not hit this time, no.
My Glaive Master.
Probably 4 would be my guess.
It's equal to the ability modifier.
Yeah, so I'd assume 4. I don't think any of you guys are at 20 yet.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, takes 4 points of damage.
Can I still roll Radiant or no?
You would not. It's only on a hit.
Worth asking.
Very worth asking. Very good question. All right, anything else?
No. Not at this moment.
Okay.
I was looking at Court of Radiance, but that's an act.
Fair enough. Okay, let me check one thing. Oh, you guys are lucky. They got rid of that.
Oh no.
Somebody roll a d6 for me real quick, by the way.
Sure. No. Do you want to have Altec roll?
Oh, they changed. Interesting. Okay.
Middle of the road.
Okay, she doesn't get her charm back. So they got rid of the vampire's insta heal, regeneration heal, and so they don't get that anymore. You're very lucky in that sense. Okay, well, it's the vampire's turn. She doesn't get her regeneration back. She doesn't heal, but she is going to take another bite out of Scar. So Scar, you take another 13 necrotic damage. And your hit point maximum decreases by 13. And that's how she regenerates her health. By biting you. And then she's going to take a punch at Taltek. Again, she has disadvantage. We got a 27 to hit you, Taltek. She rolled an 18 and a 19.
That's rude.
So 8 bludgeoning, 7 necrotic. And that ends her turn. So Taltek, it's your turn.
That's a great.
Okay. $25 will hit. Okay. 20. Really, Taltek? A 1 again? You need to roll another d20.
What?
It's either you do it or I do it.
Altec.
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine. You totally
Thank
miss.
God.
Whiff the air. Nothing else happens.
Man,
That could have been really bad.
Could have been really bad. All right. Anything else for you, Taltech?
It wasn't me doing that.
No.
All right, Lathartha, you're up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could move. You can take a 5-foot step too.
I don't want to have to.
Okay, totally
Alright,
fine.
so I want to use my dragon.
Okay.
Have a dexterity saving throw of 6.
First one got a 10. Second one got a 22.
Okay, and I got 16 damage.
Okay. So is it full on fail and half on success? Correct?
Okay, each creature in that area that makes a dexterity saving throw takes 6 damage of the chosen type. Which is fire. And on a fail, half as much.
Okay.
So 8.
Perfect. All right.
I'm like,
No,
and then it goes
yeah, you're fine.
additional.
Yeah, you are fine. They take the damage. So both of them are at the bloodied stage, which means they're below half health. All right. Anything else for you?
How could they be bloodied if they were fire?
It's a term, Caden. Jeez. They're
I know.
they're
worse for wear.
yeah, they're worse for wear. Thank you. There we go. Scar using the big words. All right. Well, Latharth, unless you have anything else, it will be their turn. So A is going to try and grapple you, Latharth. He's going to attack you first.
Really?
Yep.
My shield screen.
Miss. And we rolled a 1.
Ooh.
But he got a
Yeah,
17.
everyone's rolling a 1.
Oh, he was fine, unfortunately. All right, Vastan, on you.
Okay.
14's gonna miss. 21.
21 will.
All right, you will take 8 slashing damage, and you are grappled. Like Scar. And then it's going to use its bonus action to try and bite you. Hold on, this one has a different number, a different stat on it. Let me check something. Did they mess that up? Oh, it's just in a different spot. Okay, Scar, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me twice, please.
Wait, saving throw?
Saving throw, yeah. Okay. So unfortunately for both, they would still take the damage. There is a save on the bite. Apparently, it's just worded. It's the way it shows up on the map section for the stats. It's not listed for some reason, but there is one. So, Caden, you have to roll as well for this one. You failed as well, so you take 10 necrotic or 15 damage roll. It's 5 piercing and 10 necrotic, and your hit points reduces by 10.
So that's on top of the I already took.
Yes.
So another 15.
Yes. 5 is piercing. So we get resistances to piercing or something like that, and 10 is necrotic. And the 10 necrotic is what you lose from the your hit point maximum reduces by 10.
How would I do that on out of curiosity?
So if you click on where it says your hit points, it says max.
Mm-hmm.
So it says like 67.
Yeah.
So there should be an override maximum HP. You just put
Yeah.
57. All right, and it'll be Scar's turn. Okay. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Good God, you're shooting me fire.
Okay. If you have Misty Step, you can certainly teleport away if you want.
Oh.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you for it. Okay. You can totally teleport 30 feet away. Poof is a bonus action.
So.
If you want to go one more square over, I'll let you. It's line of sight. Yep. Yeah, that works. Okay. Anything else for you? Okay. Viston, it's your turn.
I'm going to try and break the bomb's grapple.
Okay. Athletics or an acrobatics?
Athletics it will be. Ooh, 23.
Plenty high. You break the grapple, so you are no longer grappled, but that is your action. So you can move still if you want, or you still have a bonus action.
Okay. What bonus actions do I have? Let's find out. You know what?
What?
Hold on. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Scar.
Okay.
So
Cast shield.
Well, shield only lasts till the end of your turn, and then it goes away.
18.
Let's see. Shield of Faith. What does Shield of Faith do?
Shield of Faith is 2 bonus to AC for. It's a concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay. So you are concentrating on the spell, Caden. And Scar has Shield of Faith, so you have a +2 to your AC. We will give you a goldish, like bronze circle for Shield of Faith. And Caden, you're going to get the red one for concentration. Anything else?
No.
Okay. It is the vampire's turn. It watches Scar teleport away, but looks at Taltek. And looks to you, Scar, and says, I will come back to you later. And then it's just going to attack Taltek. No longer has disadvantage. 17 for the first one. And the second one, 24. You are grappled. That ends its turn. All right, Taltek, you're up. You can still attack the vampire. You don't have disadvantage as long as you're attacking them, your grappler, or you can spend your action to, obviously get away or try to get away.
No, that's fine. I can't.
That's true.
Right?
24 will hit. Yep.
Mm, 15, 17.
17, not 0. 17. Okay.
13.
13 does not hit.
Okay, but I think 4.
4 it is.
Thing that I can do it. And then I would like to use know your enemy. Immunities resist.
Okay. They are resistant to necrotic damage, and their biggest saving throws are Dexterity, Constitution, and Charisma. They have none. Oh, I should rephrase that. So these are like vampire-specific vulnerabilities. So they can't enter a residence without invitation. They take acid damage if they're in running water. Radiant, if they take damage, radiant damage if they're in sunlight and they start their turn in sunlight. And that's pretty much it.
And that will be all.
Okay. Lathartha, you are up. First one fails. They both fail. So they both take damage from burning hands.
And damage is 12.
12 it is. Oh, the one vampire that healed himself, take all the damage and make it go away. The healing go away. Anything else?
No. That's not that.
Okay.
Not that they know.
Not that they know.
My temporary hit points.
Yes. Your hit point maximum remains decreased until you take a long rest. Alright. The vampire is going to attack you, Lathartha. It has not been able to hit you yet, so it still has no idea what the Shield of Screams thing is.
Not like I'm going using my word. So.
You got a 16 to hit you? I think that hits because you have an 18 with, or 19 with the shield, so miss. And a miss. This,
Plus 3.
yeah.
So 16.
Yeah, it can't hit you. It continues to swipe. You just keep dodging out of the way. The shield is, yeah, it's deflecting parts of it, but it can't get close enough to hit you for whatever reason. All right, Viston. The other one is going to attack you now. Miss. Got a 9. Got a 20, not natural, to hit you.
That will hit.
Okay. You are going to take 8 slashing damage. And that's it. It's not going to try and grapple you at the moment. And yeah, that's it. Okay, that brings it to Scar. You're up.
It's my barbell stroll.
Okay. I'll definitely hit all 3. So what's the save? 15. Okay. Fail. 1 success. And fail. Okay. So the big main vampire fails, takes 28. A takes half that, which is going to be 14. The other one takes 28. Oh my gosh. The two spawn do not look good at all. They look very bad. Like they're in bad shape. Anything else for you, Scar? Okay. Viston, it's your turn. Oh, Viston, by the way, you took damage, right? Yes. Yes.
Yes, I did.
You have to make a Constitution saving throw. It's for your concentration check. So you have to beat a 10. That's what you have to beat.
26.
Plenty high. You shrug off the wound like nothing happened.
I'm going to attack Vampire B, Vampire Spawn B.
Okay.
A 2. Oh, technically it's 10.
Okay. Well, 10 misses, but you don't lose your attack, so you didn't roll a 1.
He still takes 4 points of slashing.
Okay.
I will attack again.
Go for it.
22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Minimum damage of 6 plus the 8 damage total. Wow, I rolled really low.
Okay. Well, guess what? It only had 8 hit points left. And it explodes from the radiant damage into ash.
Alright. That'll be it for my turn.
Okay. It is the big vampire's turn. It looks at that just happened, and it seems concerned. And it's going to bite. Or it's going to melee attack first. Taltek. Sorry, Taltek. It has advantage now. 28 to hit. Because they're grappling. It's easy to punch.
Yeah.
He has he has advantage on hit too, I think. Double check. Pretty sure. Pretty positive. No, I apologize. It doesn't have disadvantage. So let me roll that again. It just says you yeah. So I will roll that again. Good call. Good call. 13, so it misses. There you go. Misses. Its second attack. 16, which is also going to miss. But it is going to bite you, so you need to make a Constitution saving throw. Unfortunately, you failed. Your hit points are reduced by 13, and it gains 13 hit points. And then it is going to drag you half its movement. The move's there. That's as far as it can go. All right, Taltek, you're up.
Go ahead.
Okay. 25 will hit.
Only 2 damage.
Okay.
To hit.
22 will hit. 18, okay. Anything else?
And then
Okay.
yes.
15 will miss. Okay. Okay. All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to look the Scar, and he's going to cast Command for you to flee, Scar. You have to make a Charisma saving throw. 20, you resist the command. It's shouting in your mind to flee, and you resist. All right, Lathartha, you're up. Burn.
Do burning hands again.
Okay.
So that's okay. Yeah. 30.
Okay. He made it. Got a 17. Sorry.
Do they have any bonuses to help me?
No, unfortunately not. It still takes damage. So there is that. 5's better than none.
I rolled 10. No.
Yeah.
Sadly, the only thing I have that helps +4 to save for yourself.
Yeah. Why don't we do that? Okay, hold on real quick. What's the radius on that for you, Caden? Is 10 feet?
Yeah, it's not. It should be a 10-foot. But it's my aura of protection. It's a 10-foot radius.
Okay. So roughly about there. They added this cool feature where I can do this.
Permalock.
Group them together. There you go, Cadence. Now when you move, it'll move with you.
I'll always. Nice.
Okay. Okay. It is the spawn's turn. Realizing it hasn't hit you yet, it's gonna move here. Does not provoke an attack of opportunity, thankfully, but it is going to try and attack Vaston this time instead. 16 miss. Oh, he rolled a 1. 18. All right, loses his attacks. That's it. He moved. Nothing else. And he kind of goes, "This is a bad idea." And double check.
The way you said that made me think of the Goonies.
Kind of the same thing.
You're not wrong.
And then realizing it's so close to death, it will take the disengage action and try to move. So 25. That's as far as it can go. It's fleeing, trying to get away. Scar, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try for
Okay. Is there a save for it?
22.
22 hits.
With 11 acid damage.
Okay. 11 acid damage that burns its face. Anything else, my friend? All right, Vaston, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to move and attack the vampire spawn.
Okay,
My glaive.
go for it.
21 to hit.
21 will hit.
13 plus.
13 is enough to kill it. It had 12 hit points. But
Okay.
your radiant damage does the same thing. It explodes in ash. All right, anything else? You can still move. You use 5 feet of your movement. You still have another 25.
I'll try and swing on the vampire.
Okay, you are just within range. Don't miss.
15 to hit.
15 misses. But she didn't roll a 1, so there is that.
Yeah. It went from a 17 to a 7. He does still take 4 grazing.
4 damage it is. Alright. It is now the vampire's turn, who looks at this whole situation. They're going to try and use their bonus action to bite you, Taltek. So you need to make a Constitution saving throw. Again, you failed. Your hit points reduced by 13, your maximum hit points.
You need to add 4 to that, by the way.
Oh, if he adds 4, still wouldn't make it. 16. It's just under. He needs a 17.
Congrats.
One
That's
shot.
all I can say good there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's aura protection, though.
13 damage, and your hit point maximum reduces by 13. And then it's going to...
He's thinking. That's never a good sign when the DM is thinking.
No, maybe
I
it
mean-
is a good thing. Maybe.
Well, the
It's funny
vampire.
is hearing you with our chat through Toltek's mic somewhat.
There. All right, it's gonna make one attack on you. No, never mind. It's gonna use its action to disengage and let go of Taltek. Gets to there, and that's as far as it goes on its turn. All right, Taltek, you're up. You are no longer.
It's time to make a vampire shish kebab.
Sorry, say that again. All I heard was I heard it through Lathartha's mic.
Sorry. I will use my action to grab.
Okay. You make an attack. You definitely grappled them. Okay. Now the tables are turned.
Ooh, turns like a table.
Yes.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. You can still attack technically.
Okay.
It's just the way the rules work. Remember, you have 2 attacks. Your first attack is to grapple them. Unless your weapon requires 2 hands.
Yeah, no,
Okay, well, you could punch her if you wanted.
I could breathe on her face.
You can do that too. Yeah.
I'm gonna breathe on her.
Okay.
That's one way of doing it.
You say you brush your teeth.
She got an 18 for her saving throw. Okay. Well, give me your damage anyways. She takes 3. All right. Anything else?
That'll do.
All right, Lathartha, you're up. This vampire is running away.
4.
He's trying. You're muted, JJ.
Okay. Sorry about that.
All good. I figured you were talking.
Yeah. You know, fuck it. I'm gonna use it. I want to use the stratum of storms.
Okay.
Just demolish it.
What does that do?
It's forming a line 10 feet wide and. Oh. What? I have 2 of them. What?
It would be a line. It'd be this. That's the point. It's 80 feet. That's 80 feet.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna hurt you too. Oh, that's a bad idea. Sorry. That's probably a bad idea.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah,
Come
but-
on. Pull a Vox Machina.
No, no, I don't want it.
Oh, that's fair.
Good one, good one. You got a tough one there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, chromatic board. So I'm gonna. So 14.
14 does not hit. No.
Oh, I see. Okay. I didn't.
Nope. You did not. You can still move, or you have a bonus action.
Using else. Was that technically using a second action?
Is what?
Well, magic and oh, I see what I call that. I thought that
No.
I can't attack
Mm-mm.
time.
Okay.
Nope, I can't.
All right. Well, the end of your turn, the vampire casts command on Taltek, saying "Flee." So Taltek, make your saving throw. It's a charisma saving throw.
Not good.
Damn, you resisted. Just like no shit's given. All right, Scar, it's your turn.
Nuke him, Scour. Alright.
All right, made a 28, so it made it safe.
27. So, 13.
Well, yes, you are correct. 13. Still alive. Still up and kicking. All right, Viston, you're up.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to attack the vampire with my glaive.
Okay.
21 to hit.
21 will hit.
12 plus another 2. 14 damage total.
Okay.
Radiant.
14 damage. Still alive.
I will attack it again.
Okay. He's not looking good.
26 to hit.
26 will definitely hit.
Damage. Plus 5 radiant.
Okay. Still alive.
Another 14.
Yep, still alive. Still up and kicking.
If I wanted to, I could use my 1 free cast of Divine Smite to add to that.
I mean, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want.
Sure, I'll use my 1 free cast.
Okay. Roll your damage.
14.
Hey, guess what? That's enough to kill her. Poof. She shatters into mist. And as you watch, Taltek, you're holding onto her. She fades into mist. And you watch, after a moment, as the mist begins to float up towards the castle, towards the tower.
He's sleeping.
Up towards which tower? The big tower with the 2 ogres in it, or the big tower?
With the nothing in it. Let me double check one thing real quick. They changed all this stuff. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, yes. So it moves. Are you guys just gonna kind of follow it? Because you watch as it goes into this tower.
Yep,
Okay, so we'll say you guys run around up the path to the doors.
I mean, that phase through.
Yeah. Taltek, you watch as it kind of goes through a crevice in the wall, too small for you to fit. But the top of you can fly around to the door. It's not a problem. You get to the door. I'm not even gonna have you guys roll.
I apparently vanished my character somehow, and I don't know.
You did. Why would you do that, Caden?
I don't know. I was moving. All of a sudden, he just disappeared.
Taltek, you take a moment. I'm just going to say after you bang against the door, pull out the battering ram, smash down the door, and you find there is a coffin in there. With the vampire is just in their coffin at the moment. So that's it. They're just laying there.
Yeah, safe.
What is the coffin made out of?
It's just made of stone.
What about the battery? Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
But no.
Okay.
Well, so you know that from your weaknesses that staking the vampire just paralyzes them. It doesn't kill them. I mean, the vampire
Not
is just
even the
incapacitated laying there.
Not even my radiant damage against it from Divine Spine killed it? Wow.
They dropped it to 0 hit points. They changed how vampires work, so it's not like an insta-death anymore.
Hmm. Do we want to light it on fire?
Kill a
I mean, it's laying there defenseless. All of you in the room. However, and whatever you want to do, you're welcome to do that. But I would say you have no knowledge of vampires or any of that.
Not even me with a rogue check would know.
I'm gonna let you roll. It's gonna be a really high DC. I'm telling you right now, the DC is gonna be a 20.
Oh. Oh, gee.
one or two.
Just a couple.
Yeah, I literally see one there. Take one away. If the screen wasn't there, would have rolled continuously probably until I got a 20.
You just flattened their head with your battering ram.
I was gonna say, could I take out a torch and light it on fire?
Want to light it on fire? You can try.
You got oil?
I have torches. No, but I do have torches. I also have a tinderbox.
Are you gonna try and light it on fire?
Yeah.
Okay. You light a torch. You all kind of look down at this. This looks like a sleeping corpse almost. And Viston just kind of stuffs the torch into its chest. And you watch as the eyes awaken, and it screams as its body bursts into flames and then disintegrates into ash and is dead. It is dead as it in gone. No more body. We're out of combat.
Well, guess that worked. You just take your drone. Guess that worked.
That works.
Oh. Shall we go down to the next floor and continue on with shenanigans?
That's an idea with most of us having hit points. No?
So for the record, you guys cannot take another long rest yet. You have to wait. You have to wait.
Can we take a short rest?
You can take a short rest, yes. You will not get your maximum hit points back, though.
If you're maxed out and like I'm
Yeah, I mean, you guys can take a short rest. There's nothing wrong with that.
We short resting it up.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else. It's the middle of the night. Nothing else is here. Hi, Taffy.
Okay, I have applied a short rest.
I'm pushing up.
kind of same.
Yeah, I lost a maximum of 10 hit points there.
I lost
Yeesh. I guess I'll stick near you, Scar, because I've got a bunch of healing abilities.
Push on. Is there anything interesting?
Just vampire ash. There's no wealth or anything like that. There's nothing of value.
Before we go down to the main courtyard that we're in, who do we want to take care of first? Let's get that taken. Do we want to take care of the Red Wizards?
Red Wizards would be a bad idea without.
pretty much
Otherwise,
Okay, so we're either looking at the kobolds or the cultists.
okay. So is that where you guys are headed to the cultists?
Yep.
Okay.
Those are the dragons.
Okay. Well, I mean, everybody's sleeping. It's nighttime. There is a lot of mist and like darkness here where you guys are, down at the lower courtyard. But otherwise, there's no commotion. Nobody bothers you. Nobody comes to be like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?"
Well,
Okay.
I'd like to hear.
yeah. I think they're grouped up there.
I mean, you have a general idea that they're fairly grouped up. I mean, they, like, you were aware of how they were sleeping before, so.
Mm-hmm.
I can already see it.
Uh-huh.
All right, so just so you know, so this one right here would not be hit by the fireball. Just either this one is not hit or this one is not hit. They're just two separated.
Oh, a lot to get to.
Is.
Should I go for it?
It's up to you guys. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay. You open the door. Make a stealth check for me. They don't seem to hear you. Seem fine.
That's good. That was almost a 6.
That would have been bad. All right, Scar, put yourself in the room where you want to be so you can have line of sight to throw that fireball. All right, everyone else, put yourselves where you want to be as well.
With these max damage fireballs.
Oh my goodness.
Dang. Okay, hold on.
That was a 30 and 20.
Not quite max damage.
I want everyone to go ahead and roll.
Higher than that.
That's a really good
86.
Yeah. So everyone go ahead and roll initiative for me too.
You got it this time?
Am I close to perfect to get
Thank God,
advantage?
22.
Yeah, you guys can all roll advantage with this. I'll let you guys do that. That'll be fine.
12.
Double 15.
No, you cannot.
I got 9 and I got 10.
Okay. All right, so this is the surprise round technically. So Scar, your fireball goes boom. And let me roll. So the first one. And Dex with disadvantage. Well, actually, let me double check something. Hold on. Oh my gosh, wrong button.
Everyone's just like, yeah, baby, disadvantage at last.
Okay. Hold on. They are technically unconscious.
Ooh.
Don't remember if that means they instantly failed Dex saves. They might. I'm double checking.
That would be just all of
That would be 7 of them insta failing.
Automatically fail dexterity and saving throws.
amazing.
Good.
All right, so they don't die because they didn't take enough damage, but they are very crispy. 29.
They're hurting.
They are very hurting. They have more than 29 hit points, I'll tell you that much.
So on a surprise round, can I? Ooh.
You have your entire turn.
Okay.
So it just happened to be that Scar was also first in the surprise round. Well, the fireball was your surprise round action.
Okay.
Sorry, you don't get to go twice.
No double.
No. Alright, so I'm going to move the fireball out of the range. But, Taltech, you're up as the bodies are smoking fire and they're screaming.
Go ahead and breath weapon.
Okay. Ooh. Yep. Is it a saving throw? They are prone. I'm pretty sure that means that, let me double check. I'm pretty positive they have disadvantage. No, they do not. They get to make the normal rolls. Okay. First one, success. Second one, success. Third one failed. Okay, so the third one definitely is going to die, no matter what. Roll your damage. 12. They die. They didn't have that many hit points left. All right. Okay. You have disadvantage on it because they are prone. Sorry, no go. It was. All right, Viston, you're up.
I'm going to move there,
Okay.
and I will attack Cultist F with my glaive.
Okay. They die. They have 4 hit points left.
Yeah, and I do bare minimum like 5.
Yeah.
20 to hit.
Okay, so it's dead. You slash at them as you run by and kind of stab them down into the ground in their beds. Blood everywhere.
I will do the same thing to Cultist B.
Okay. They die. You still need to roll. Don't roll a 1.
To hit.
You're fine. Alright. Lathartha, you're up as Viston is running down and he stabs his glaive into 2 of the cultists, coming away with blood spurting everywhere. The others have not had a chance to wake up or move. They're awake. I should say they're conscious. But, yeah. Some of them are not going to wake up at all.
Yeah.
So who are you targeting?
I see.
Okay, who just selected everybody on the board and hit delete? No. Yeah, during combat, if you.
So I was away from my computer for a moment.
It's all right. I will re-add you guys in just a second. But you're attacking. You said. Put yourselves back where you were, roughly. And Lathartha, which one are you attacking?
I see.
ICE. Okay. So what's the first? So your first missile was 3.
3.
Okay, so you get 2 more missiles.
Second one.
Okay. Which is enough to kill him.
And then.
Okay. Okay, what was everybody's initiative again?
That was first.
Do you remember what the number was?
20.
22, okay. 2. Taltek, you were 16, right? I think?
Yeah.
And Lathartha?
I have everyone. I have it.
22.
Scar was 22. And
But you had me going before.
Yeah, it's just the way that it works. It does by dexterity, I think. Okay. That's... Yeah, so Lathartha, unless you want to move, that'll be the end of the surprise round. In which case it brings to the top of the round, and it'll be Scar. Okay. Scar, you're up.
I'm terrified.
Well, I mean, you guys did just move, so...
H did not get it.
H did. J did not.
I need H. Big.
Wisdom. Got a 10, so he fails. He has 4 hit points.
12.
Plenty. He's dead. Plenty of damage. All that matters in
But it's
team.
not good.
All right, Taltech, you're up.
And Jim.
We don't talk about Jim. Oh, poor Jim. Poor Jim. I don't think Jim could have it any worse than Jim had it.
Wait, was that in reference to the fighters?
It is.
Jim?
Yes.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
I wish I was there just to, like,
I mean, there's the video recording. Should be up soon if it's not up already. We can't hear you.
so
Yes, because they haven't moved yet, so he's lying down. 10 misses. All right. Now they all stand up and are like, what the fuck's going on? And they are going to see that you have killed all of your friends, all of their friends, and are rushing towards them. They are going to grab their weapons, their scimitars. It's getting to you. The first one's going to take 2 swings at you, Taltech. 10. 16 misses. Okay, that's as far as they get, and that's their turns. Baston, you're up.
Do you know which one of these stole my gold?
Offhand? No.
Let's just say it was
Just kill them all.
we're gonna
Look
take
for
all
their
of
bags.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just kill them all.
I'm going to. Can't even tell anymore. J.
Okay.
15 to hit.
15 will hit.
11 plus 7. 18 total.
Okay, he's still alive.
I will attack him again with my blade.
Okay.
19 to hit.
19 hits. You guys know they have roughly around 35 hit points.
11.
That's enough to kill him.
16.
Yep. I mean, you definitely would know because the fireball did 19, and the rest of them had about 4 or 5 or 29. So, yeah. The math makes sense. Yep. All right.
Math ain't math, and it was 19.
You're right. All right, Vastan. Unless you want to move any further, if you can, it'll be Lothartha's turn, and then Scar, you are on deck.
asphalt
Okay.
against.
Okay. Is there a save or anything for that? I don't think there is.
No.
16 will hit.
Then we're gonna do.
Okay. Still kicking, still alive. Alright, Scar, you're up. Hits. He's got 15 hit points left. Okay, he's still kicking. Still alive. Alright, Taltech.
Keep it going.
7 hit points and 30 hit points. Yep, I has 7. He has 30. 17 will hit. Yeah.
He did.
He's very dead. Yep. 21 hits. Still alive. Got 11 hit points. All right. It's his turn. I'm just going to say he tries to surrender. You walk up and behead him. He's dead. So you guys kill all of them, loot the bodies. Gaston, you rummage through and find your missing gold. I have no idea how much it was, so you would need to keep track of that. So if you know what it is, that's how much you get back. Otherwise, you don't get to just make up.
Open the bodies.
So they don't have a whole lot. We'll do a random treasure thing here. I need. All right.
I had some amount of platinum. I lost that.
There you go.
Thank you, Charles. I was like, I know I had platinum on. I don't remember how much.
Of course, I'm the wrong one. All right. So no, the table I'm looking for. Okay, so somebody roll a d4 for me. Doesn't matter who. Okay. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me here. 4. Okay. Roll a d100. You find one that has a really interesting thing. You're like, what the heck? This kind of makes sense, but doesn't. They have pipes of the sewers. Is what they have. It's a magic item. Pipe of the sewers. And then kinda. All right, and somebody go ahead and roll 2d8 for me. And somebody, doesn't matter.
7.
You find 70 gold between all of their bodies. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing fancy. They have all of their, scimitars and leather armor and all that jazz, but otherwise, nothing. Nothing of that. Bagpipe of the sewers, or pipe of the sewers, I think is what it says. All this. Yes. Current. Something like that.
Yeah, you said 70 divided by 4.
You can just make it 18 gold. Make it easy. All right. So at this point, daylight is starting to show up. You guys still cannot take a long rest just yet. But it's a good bet that somebody is going to kind of wander around and be like, or maybe one of the kobolds will wander around and be like, hey, why is nobody coming in for breakfast? And see the bodies. That doesn't mean that you guys are going to be attacked by any means. You know that at this point. Like, the giants are not going to attack you. Also, combat-wise, you know that the only forces, major forces that are left are going to be the dragon and Rathmir and Joss. The kobolds are pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kobolds working in the kitchen. Griffin should.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go get food.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to go get food, that'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, roll a deception check. I'll give you guys advantage. Doesn't matter who rolls it.
Who has birds?
Mine's +4.
A deception +4 as well.
I don't.
You and I are both equal.
What?
I'm rolling it.
Okay. You guys all wander into the kitchen as the sun is starting to rise, and the griffin is up there, you know, squawking at the kobolds, keeping them in line. The kobolds hand you food, and you tell one of the kobolds in Draconic that the cultists probably will not be by. They had to like take the wyverns to go back to grab something. So they're like, okay, we make less food. But that's it. They believe you and are none the wiser.
Well, let's go back to the room and get some, eat some food.
All right, are you guys heading back to your room, or are you going
Back
to?
to our room. Come back to that.
To eat.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your plan long term? Are you guys going to take a short rest again, and eat, or are you going to be like, hey, no, we're gonna go fight Wrath and Joss? Like, what's your plan?
Yeah. Yeah. Star, what's your health? Like,
32, and that's
and how much do you currently have?
32.
Oh, so you're at full health.
I'm at
Your
full
health will
health.
be
I'm 40. I'm at 40.
All right. Well, while you guys decide, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So discuss amongst yourselves for a moment.
Because I'm at 40 of 57. Apparently. Yeah. I definitely think I should be going up front.
I'll use my spire to work.
I mean, what I could do is I could knock on the door and draw them close. And right as they open, cry first one. Right in the head.
Oh yeah, counter spell. I can't really.
I mean, what I could do is,
I want to keep it going.
you definitely want to do that. Ooh, you know what I could do is the second they open the door, I could use Splinter of the Sun. Just. But then again, we might want to save that for the dragon. That is my only concern.
Well, you heard it.
Yeah.
Well, surely we can lock this after we find the wizards.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm back. So if you guys want to just be like, hey, we're just gonna go sit in our room for the next 24 hours, you can do that. That is an option, but it will be that length of time, so you don't know what will change or what will happen in the building during that time frame.
I don't feel like that. I think the best win against the two wizards, blast them in the face, then go back, chill out.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe also give a status update to Blockus.
I
Like,
think
hey,
I want to tell
taking care of these groups, we still need to do this.
Well, Blockus is there's no way for you guys to get in touch with Blockus. He said he'd lock himself in the room, and there's no way you guys are getting into that room.
Yeah, oh my god.
I definitely think we should probably take a short rest at least. Surprisingly, for whatever reason, mine didn't do the health point dice last time. Yeah.
How long does it take?
Can't help you on that.
About an hour.
We need to do shield of faith on.
Oh. Yeah, I could do that before we start the thing. Oh yeah, you also need to add back my aura as protection that one.
Yes, I will add that here momentarily.
It's a +4 to saving for everyone in a 10-foot radius near me.
Cool. I've gone to magic. So I can create 7 slots with no. I can. It uses 7 / long rest. As magic, create spell slot level 1 bonus action, and then I can do 1, 2. I can do level 4 up to level 4.
Okay, so take a short rest.
Yep.
Go stomp the wizard's face again.
Okay, I'll put you guys here.
Yeah.
Okay, so mark off a short rest.
Never know that.
Alright, why did my I used to thing and my health didn't go up?
Is your hit point maximum?
No, I'm at 40 of 57.
If it didn't, just roll it manually. It's fine.
I'll just roll a 1d10 and add an extra 3 to it.
Yep, that's fine.
I get 12 hit points back. It does. So I'm 5 off from my max hit points.
Unfortunately, you are going to be squishy.
So I guess I'll start by going. Yeah.
Okay, so put yourselves where you want. What is your game plan? Like, what are you planning to do?
I was thinking of maybe knocking on the door to get one of them to come out, and the second they open it, like thank them.
Like, thank them? With like, I'm not sure.
With my glaive.
Oh, so you want to attack them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you guys have other plans. Anyone else have any objections to that? Oh,
Okay, everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Those 6.
You all have advantage. You all have advantage. Okay. I will hit start in just a second. I got a taffy in my hand that is getting all the loves and purrs right now.
good on her.
I think so. She's kind of in between. She's not eating a whole lot still, but she's eating, just not a whole ton. But yeah, before she wasn't eating at all. Ow, Taffy! Ow, that hurts. You are. She wants to reach up and. If you're gonna get it right now. Reach up, Taffy. Okay. I'm standing under the fan in my room and in the office, and she's got the little like pull clips to it so she can see that, and she's trying to reach them, but she's on my shoulder trying to reach them, so it's not very fun. Okay, you knock on the door. Okay, and after a moment, the door opens and Joss appears. He opens the door partially so you can just see kind of his part of his face. He technically has +5 AC right now because he's behind cover. But he looks at you, Viston, and he goes, "Yes, you are still here."
Yes, we are.
Whoa.
I'm going to attack him with my blade of vengeance.
Okay. It is not really a surprise because you are there, but we'll go through the initiative. So Taltek, you're first. Are you just gonna hold your action and wait until Viston goes?
Is there anything special about this door, or is it
It's just a regular old door.
Kick it in.
I smash the door with the bat?
Sure. Like, what are you trying to do? Just trying to open it all the way?
I'm trying to get the door all the way open. Get John a little bit out from the door.
Okay.
Hit him with the door.
So do a shove attack or shove action. Hold on, let me put Taffy down so I can look at this. Shove action. I will give you advantage on it for using the battering ram.
Yeah, so the ram is +4.
Well, you're not going to be able to break the door because the door is open.
Hit the door, would I get that plus?
You would. Actually, I'll just give you advantage. So make a strength saving throw.
Great strength saving throw.
With advantage. Okay. Josh rolled a 4. So he is completely caught off guard as you step up. We'll put you here. Slam the battering ram into the door. He gets knocked back 5 feet and is knocked prone, and the door is fully opened, and you can see Wrath now. Him gray for prone. So that's your full action though, is to shove and basically bust down the door.
Right.
Okay, anything else?
It is and the spirit already died.
Okay. All right. Joss does technically get an attack of opportunity on you. He has disadvantage. He rolled a 7. He totally misses. All right. Anything else?
For my surge.
Okay. Go for it. 20 will hit. 24. Okay. 18. Double check. He casts shield on himself. Oh no, wrong person. I'm sorry, Wrath. No, he doesn't have shield. Okay, so it hits.
18.
Okay.
That will be my turn.
He is very surprised and not doing well. Lathartha, you are up.
Who is that?
Alright. That's me. Hey, no, you're not in the way.
Really not in it.
Alright, so what are you doing?
I'm a storm.
Just wants to use it.
Okay. Yeah. It's totally fun.
Dexterity saving throw of 6. Please tell me they did not make.
Well, Joss fails. He has disadvantage anyways, but he rolled under. Wrath. 8. But guess what? They're going to counterspell. And the other one counterspells you. So it still happens. Still counterspells all the way around because it.
Counterspell.
Yep. Alright.
It's like that meme all over again.
So sorry, they don't have to make a save. Yeah.
I'll go pick up my stuff in the door.
Okay.
Oh.
Sulk. You did get to cast the spell. It goes off. No, the new counterspell doesn't go off. You keep the slot. You're lucky.
She's mumbling the whole way down the stairs.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
He's super grumbled.
You'll get through it.
All right, Scar. It's your turn.
Casting my aura.
Oh.
Fire.
Okay.
War mage. Aura. Natural defense. 1.
What's the range on it? Like the radius?
20 foot radius. Guess it's white.
It will be. It's a 20-foot radius. White. We will do that. No, not like that one.
Oh, wait.
That. Yeah, so it'll go under you. So.
Man, I thought my radius was big. That is.
We'll do this. Select and select. Oh. Almost.
You can say that. I'm like a moon.
Gosh, dang it. There is a way. Let's shift. There we go. Group. Alright, Scar. Now when you move, it'll move with you. So,
Can I see Josh?
yes, from where you are. No, the door is still there. It didn't just get destroyed. It just got thrown open.
Yeah.
He's prone, is what it is, but that's it.
Oh, so I could attack it, or even just be at disadvantage?
I mean, you can attack him. If you make a spell attack, it's disadvantage. If he has to make a saving throw, then it's fine. There's no advantage, disadvantage for him.
Okay.
What I'm hearing is fire.
No.
Nah. So I would say this, as a spellcaster, you know that they cannot counterspell you again. Not yet. It hasn't been their turn. That's the way D&D mechanics work.
They use their count.
Yeah, it was their reaction.
Alright, and fireball.
Okay.
Fireball for the win.
I just didn't ask how big the room was. All I said was fireball.
Fireball will hit both. You don't have to do the circle because we know it'll hit. You can just roll, and I'll roll for them.
3-2.
Okay. What's the save?
Dex 15.
Okay, so Joss made his save. Wrath did not. Wrath dies.
Yay!
Oh! I guess you have to rest it off.
I mean, he didn't get a chance to act.
Yeah.
His turn was
Yeah.
like last on the initiative.
Yeah. Good thing is. Yeah. So everyone in my aura has advantage on magical.
Yeah, so anytime somebody would cast a spell at them, so let's say it is a saving throw, they would have advantage. Plus they get cadence +4.
Yep.
So
We're stacking those saving throw rolls. Now roll it away.
Alright. I mean that's all.
Okay. Veston, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move over to here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start stabbing.
I just started stabbing. Yeah.
Just stab, just pick him.
You have advantage because he's prone. He hasn't moved yet.
Yeah.
I already rolled that.
So you can roll again to see if you crit.
Yeah, you can crit it, yeah.
And it was a crit.
There you go.
Got him.
So much for your low rolls earlier.
That's 15 plus the 8.
Which is a crit as well because it has dice. So anything with dice is doubled.
So it'd be 15. It'd be 19.
So you can either roll double the d8 or you can roll it twice. It's up to you.
Oh. I will roll the d8 again.
Okay.
Ooh, I was really glad I did that. That's an extra 7.
Okay, so 9 total, which guess what is just enough to kill him. He literally had 9 hit points left. So they are all dead. However, Veston, as soon as your turn is over, everybody's back where you are still. A gargoyle there's like 4 gargoyles in the statues in the room. One of them comes to life and flies towards Veston and is going to attack him. You never got to see it appear because it only works when you come into the room. Alright, Veston. 2 attacks on you. 18 for the first one.
Miss.
14 for the second.
Miss.
Alright. That brings it to the top of the round. Tatek. Go for it.
I also need to use a bathroom, so I will be back as well.
Hope everything comes out okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can't see any of the other ones.
The other ones haven't moved. So you're pretty sure this is the only one.
I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, but gargoyle.
You have advantage because Veston's giving you advantage. Yeah. That's fair.
Although, if you want to let me roll double,
no, you cannot. But we'll say you hit twice, so roll your damage.
19. 17. Double 19.
Okay. You took about half its hit points off. Lathartha, you're up. These are the 2024 monsters. These are not the 2014 ones. Okay. Yeah, the only creatures that remain the same are the named ones.
Does 10 hit?
10 does not hit, no.
Oh. Fine.
Alright.
How much did Wrath have left after?
23. Yeah, the Wrath and Joss are their named ones, so they're just the 2024 or the 2014 versions. But the 2024 version of mages, especially them, would probably be much harder. I just didn't swap them out. It's not worth it. But Scar, it's your turn. Assuming Scar. Yep. Just the one gargoyle.
I killed the rest of them.
No, he didn't. There was only one. Yeah, I picked her up.
I'll try.
14 just misses. Alright, that'll be Viston's turn. Assuming Viston doesn't miss, I will say that you guys just kill it. Just gotta see if he rolls that 1. Yeah.
I'm within range. Funny for you.
I know.
The one you don't want to be level 1. That could be a lot of damage.
He experienced this firsthand already today.
I know. I experienced it earlier.
I know. Yeah, you almost got maximum damage.
Viston, are you back?
Everything didn't come.
I guess so.
Doesn't burn.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you're able to help.
You enjoying the fan, Taffy? You're just kind of watching it spin. Watching the fan and getting chin rubs. Man, what a sweet life. She's just like, yeah, I don't have to do anything. I can lay here, get rubs. It's your turn. Make your attacks. Please don't roll a 1.
Okay. Vengeance at 20
Okay.
today.
Just roll again to hit.
Oh, roll.
Yeah,
Roll
roll
again to hit.
Roll to hit.
I got a d20. First roll.
Yeah, so roll again. Did you have 2 attacks? Okay. Roll your radiant damage.
And that'll be 2d8.
Correct.
11.
Hey, guess what? Just enough both times. Exactly on hit points to roll and kill it. Alright.
Man, that's twice now I pulled that off.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys are out of combat. Everything's dead. Joss is dead. Wrath is dead.
Time to search the body.
Yeah.
Search the bodies. I need a hand to tell you what's on the bodies, but I have. Oh, I know, Taffy. How dare I? All right. So you search the room. You find a couple of things, which will probably give you more important information that you have not received yet. So Wrath had 3 scrolls on him. He had a Dimension Door scroll, a Featherfall, and a Fireball scroll. And even better, this one's good for you, Scar. He's got a Staff of Fire. Unfortunately, you can only use 1 staff at a time, so you can't use multiple.
He's got 2 hands.
Doesn't work that way.
Maybe I want the staff. Which staff is it again?
This is a staff of fire that Joss has, or Wrath has. It basically, I'll give you guys the link for it. It's basically a free fireball. And more. Yeah. So, it comes with 10 charges. It's very rare. You Burning Hands, Fireball, and Wall of Fire are the 3 spells that it can cast. You can cast like 10 Burning Hands in a day, 3 Fireballs in a day, or 2 Walls of Fire. You have 10 charges, but each one has charges, so you get to see which one.
It can launch 10 fireballs.
No. 3 Fireballs in a day. So again, write this down. So Scroll of Dimension Door, Featherfall, and Fireball, and a Staff of Fire. Joss doesn't have anything real of value on him. But when you guys search the rooms, you find an interesting letter. You find a letter to a man named, or a person named, it's a man, I should say, named Severin, Severin. And he is listed.
How did he end up?
Well, so he is listed as being the supreme leader of the cult of the dragon. So Severin is the big bad leader of the cult. There are several letters that reveal the connections between the Red Wizards and the cult. The Red Wizards are not keen on the cult's plans, but they are kind of there to help, kind of inspire and get the cult's goals to happen. That's all. They're really being paid off for that. There is a book as well, written in an Infernal. It's called Beyond the Iron Gates. It defines and describes various forms of devil summoning. And it uses, the final chapter is massive summonings and sacrificing hundreds of souls to bring Tiamat out of the 9 hells and into the world. It makes it very clear it requires extreme preparation and expense, but the actual magical formula and chants are not given in the book. There's no timetable or anything listed, but it does make it clear that Wrath and Joss are helping to set up the ritual to get Severin in there. Or they were. So this book is kind of their reference material. But Severin is their leader. Wrong Severin. He would be a holy hand grenade, maybe. No.
Not an Antioch, but just a holy hand grenade.
Yeah. He blew up a wall.
So how many fireballs would that make Star be able to cast?
A lot.
6 too few.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
3.
Yep.
All right.
6 too few. That's what it is, Star.
More. All right, and then so you guys spend the rest of your day. Again, it's still fairly early in the morning. It's maybe like 10 o'clock in the morning at this point. You've been up for several hours. You guys can certainly go back to your room and take a long rest. So we will say that you guys rest for the next 24 hours. You feel pretty confident. Just the dragon left to deal with. And that is where we're going to end tonight. We will do the dragon and an epilogue next session. Yes, you can take a long rest.
You're gonna need those fireballs.
Oh.